This is Meltdown Live, presented by MyBookie.ag. Use code NEXTROUND at MyBookie.ag for double your initial deposit. You sign on to make a deposit, they double it with code NEXTROUND at MyBookie.ag. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere. MyBookie.ag.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Meltdown. Did I just mess up that whole audio cue? I think I did. Maybe I did. How's everybody doing? You can hear me in my headphones. Okay. Here we go. I messed up. That's on me, Tyler. How's everybody doing?
Woo! Hey, we're back.
I promise I just gave the most
It was
epic
so
of speeches.
heartfelt. It was almost like
And I
that was
messed it all up.
planned.
I pressed the wrong button.
Okay. I had a little mini panic
You're
attack.
good.
Well,
That's what this
listen,
show is. We pull back
But
the
I
curtain.
think that is the perfect thing. And
Yeah.
I think that now you get to say
I pressed the wrong button.
all of that again.
Yeah, no. I'll give you the Cliff's Notes version.
That was a
How's
very heartfelt
It was
intro,
incredible.
Was it? It
Tim.
was really good. Okay, let's set the scene again. Welcome into the Meltdown, everybody. Couldn't have happened in a better way.
No.
My big fat fingers hit the wrong button there. We're here broadcasting live from the Culver studio. We appreciate you being here with us. Thank you for your patience as well, not only over the past few weeks, but also over the past 2 minutes or so as I've been rambling on with nobody being able to hear me. To all of our loyal Meltdonians, thank you so much for being here, and we appreciate it. Tyler's wondering if his job is safe right now, and it is because I screwed up. Once again, we've been seeing all of your comments over the past several weeks about the future of this channel, wanting us to be back in your feeds, and here we are. And we promise to make the absolute most of it if I can get the audio right. We could not have been back here without all of your support and your loyalty here to the program, and we really do appreciate that. We do ask, I actually said this right before we realized I was screwing it all up.
Mhm.
We do ask that you remain a little patient with us as we get back into the full swing of things over the coming days to try to figure things out. But we promise to be here to connect with you directly every single time we step into this studio or go see a movie or stream new content. We will be here with you to make sure that you are not wasting your time with anything that is being dished out, asking for your time, your money, whether it's a video game, movie, television series. We're here to talk with you about it or meet you out there in person. We've met so many of you. I remember at the kickoff party just a few months ago, meeting so many proud Meltdonians, and we appreciate you being here with us today. So don't hesitate to connect back with us in some way or another, whether it's through the chat or whether it's through all of our socials. We really appreciate you being here. I am Tim Melton. We are here to announce that Meltdown Live officially kicks off today. We are really excited to get back with you daily as we will gather around to discuss not only the latest views in entertainment, but also discuss a wide range of topics, profiling more of our professional lives spent here at Disrupt Media, home of The Next Round, and our personal lives as well, as we all try to figure out this crazy world that we find ourselves navigating through. And I can't think of a better time to really try to figure out this crazy world than, I don't know, election week, which is where we found ourselves. I know, Tyler, you have been bombarded with not only ads all over everything you watch, but also robocalls, phone calls, text messages, all that too.
All day, every day, 3 times a day. It doesn't stop, Tim. It doesn't stop. If I get one more during this show, I'm just gonna write in Nick Saban tomorrow.
You know, we don't control what ads pop up during our show, so there's a chance that in mere moments you're going to see some sort of election ad geared towards you, the audience watching right now. So we'll see if that happens. But Tyler, I hope that doesn't happen during the course of today's show.
I hope not to, because I'm just frankly sick of it. My phone's become just unusable because it's just constantly buzzing from these just bottom of the barrel, blood-sucking, parasitic political callers.
Tell us how you
They
really feel about
they
it,
won't
Tyler.
leave me alone, Tim. They won't leave me alone. I get no peace.
Yes. Tyler, you are someone who's been consuming a lot of entertainment over the past few weeks, and I know that you went to go see a movie that's been getting a little buzz, potentially for Best Picture in Conclave.
Yes, I did.
I'm going to see this movie later today, and this is all about the politics that goes into finding a new pope.
Yes, yes. The previous pope has passed away, and Rafe Fiennes' character is put in charge of the conclave, which is the gathering of all of the priests and cardinals to elect a new pope.
Well, I'm really excited about it. I've been hearing rave reviews about it. I'm going to go check it out, and we're going to shoot a review for you tomorrow on whether or not you should go see this. And I assume we're going to be getting into spoilers in that as well. And I hear there are plenty of spoilers to get into when it comes to this movie. It's a talking piece for sure. I was a little weirded out that it was only rated PG when I
Yeah,
saw that.
yeah, I was at first, but
Does it play
they
more like a PG-13 movie though?
I would say more PG-13,
Yeah.
I guess, but there's no like mature
Yeah.
themes really going throughout it. It's just corruption.
Okay. Well,
Ray Fiennes is there to weed it out.
I look forward to watching that later today. EG is here with us. EG,
Hey.
you should have been on the show a few minutes ago, but I messed up all the audio
That's
things.
okay.
So I think everybody can hear you, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you being here very much.
Oh.
Welcome into Meltdown 2.0.
Listen, in the wise words of Taylor Swift, it's been a long time coming.
It has been a long time coming. I just got back from a weekend spent in Nashville, Tennessee,
Nice.
where I was trying to keep a Georgia fan and a Florida fan from killing each other the
Lord
whole
help.
weekend. It was very difficult. It's led me to ask what is potentially a very personally sensitive question
Okay.
of you. You grew up in the state of Georgia.
I did.
Everyone knows that.
Georgia girl.
But you grew up a Georgia Bulldogs fan?
I did. And I don't know if I've ever actually revealed that on air.
Is that okay? I
We're
think that's,
there
I
now.
didn't know it.
should I mute
Yeah.
my microphone again? Or?
No. So
Okay.
I
Please
did.
don't, Tim.
Thank you, Tyler.
I grew up a Georgia fan. Then I joked that I was cleansed of it when I got to college. And I'm a full-fledged Georgia Southern fan. And I do not have an SEC team. And I think it makes me a little better at my job. But I do say that my team is in Statesboro. However, I am a former barker at people.
You were the one barking at me.
I mean, it is quite literally in our kickoff, or goodness gracious, in the kickoff cheer.
So when you say our, that was just a.
That was
Oh,
just- I know.
that
Just a
was a
slip.
bad
I shouldn't
Freudian.
have even said it. I should have.
I think there are Georgia fans that feel like they can pull you back into
Yeah.
the dog pound or whatever they call themselves. Do they call themselves that?
No.
No?
mean,
Okay. Anyway, there was no barking going on during that Florida
good.
game. I'll tell you that. It was way too close
Yes.
for
yes.
any Georgia fans liking until the end of that one. But it's been a wild football season. Like,
To say the least.
football is the reason we're all sitting here, whether we want to
Yes.
admit it or not, right? It's the thing that has launched our company. It is the thing that we rally around every single weekend. It's the thing that so many of us fell in love with at a young age. And now we're here professionally trying to pick up the pieces of what has been an insane season all year long. Is there one element of it that is the craziest that stands out to you of what's happened so far
Goodness.
this year? Because all of a sudden Vanderbilt is really, really good. What's going on?
So I do think that Alabama falling to Vanderbilt was probably the craziest moment. I was actually in Athens covering Auburn. I got barked at. And I feel like that's necessary to be said after saying I was a Georgia fan. I got barked at.
Like, I'm the barker here.
Exactly. I got barked at in Tuscaloosa by Georgia fans. Then I got barked at in Auburn or in Athens by Georgia fans. And that was insane. I remember in post game, Auburn actually was a little delayed coming out. And it happened to, line up exactly with when Vanderbilt and the beat Alabama.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine that they were, back in the underbelly of Sanford Stadium watching the end of that game. But it's just been one of those seasons where I feel like we're seeing the effects of the transfer portal and NIL in a new way. And it was Josh Pate, I think, that said basically, the good teams aren't great anymore and the bad teams aren't that bad.
Yeah, that's exactly the way it sort of looks. I mean, there has been sort of a leveling out of the sport
More parity for
in a
sure.
way we have not seen, which you think more people would be excited for, but I've only really heard complaints about it.
I would agree. And I think that from a fan perspective, there's no more guarantees, right? I mean, you look at what Vanderbilt has been able to do this season, it's so impressive. I don't want to take anything away from Vanderbilt because
Right.
Clark Lee in that program, simply going to the portal and picking up Diego Pavia and half of that offensive staff was an incredible choice by them. But, you're going into Saturdays very unknown about what's to come, and
Yeah.
no one's safe, if you will. So that can cause some discomfort, if you will, to the fans that are used to being able to roll into a Vanderbilt game and say, this is a for sure win.
Vanderbilt has somehow owned the state of Alabama this
Yeah,
season, and
Diego
that is
Pavia.
not something that I expected to have happen throughout this year. But who knows what's going to happen? We've only gotten through a portion of the season where it just feels like absolute collapse can
Yep.
happen for some top tier programs over the coming weeks, and we will see if that happens. Really quickly here, I want to talk about the time change.
Okay.
Is everybody sort of feeling the effects of the time change today? I felt like over the past really 2 nights, even though the time change hadn't happened yet, that every night has felt like it's midnight when it's 8:00.
Yes.
Yes.
So y'all both
Yes.
feel the same way?
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
I was driving home the other day at maybe 5:30,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, "Ooh, it's getting late. I better go ahead and grab dinner."
What is that? I mean, what is that in our bodies? What is that in our
It
soul? I don't know what it
is.
is, but
I hate it.
I know you
I
hate it.
hate
You
it.
hate losing the sunlight,
I hate losing sunlight.
but it's now dark at 4. It's gonna be dark at around 4:00 around here, and you're not on Eastern time anymore, which is
No,
a time zone you prefer,
I do.
which is craziness to me.
Now,
Central's so much
She
better.
also prefers Atlanta traffic.
let me level with you guys.
That's true.
I will say from a fan perspective, Central Time is the absolute best. You are done with games, shows are wrapped up, it's incredible. So I will, extend an olive branch of common ground that I think we can all agree that for a viewing perspective, Central Time is elite. If you enjoy sunshine, warmth, happiness, which I feel like we all do in this room, Central Time kind of sucks.
I like Central Time very much.
I like the dark.
You like the dark too?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So you like it getting darker earlier?
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know.
It's weird, but I don't mind it.
I work in the dark. Everyone who walks in here is
Yes.
freaked out by that, but I'm always sitting here in the shadows, much like Batman, my hero. But I work in the dark and people are always like, can't turn on the light, whatever. It's so much better in here with the lights off.
Agreed.
And
Agree.
I think that I'm recruiting a lot of people to my side of the argument here.
Yeah.
So we will see if that continues on. Me working in the dark when it gets dark at 4:00 now in
I
the
feel like
afternoon.
if I work in a bright room for too long, I start to get a headache.
Yeah.
Do you guys get
I
that?
think it's pretty, yeah. I think it's these
Especially if it's
fluorescent
these
lightings.
overheads, yeah.
Yep.
I think if school taught us anything, it's that those overhead
Oh,
lights are
Oh.
horrible.
really something you want to avoid in your adult life at all
Yes.
possible.
Yes, I think that is, in any setting, if you want to immediately cosify your space, a
Yeah.
little design tip, didn't know we were going here.
Is that an official word, cosify?
Cosify, we'll make it one.
Crucify.
Never turn on an overhead light. Have supplementary lighting, and chat, let us know. Everything is always better with lamps and soft lighting in any situation. You want to bring the coziness? Turn on a lamp. Don't ever touch the overhead.
Okay. I actually
agree.
trust you with that.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
agree.
Thank you.
I
All right,
never
guys.
turn on my overhead.
I want to play a little 10 with Tim.
Oh,
Something we used to do back
let's
in the
do
day.
it.
I've got 10 questions. We've got about 10 minutes or so let's make that happen. But
All
first, I want
right.
to talk about teeth with Tim. I want you to visit the dental team that I trust most, located on Grants Mill Road. Dr. Jeff, Dr. Brian, and Dr. Nolan over at Alabama Dental Associates will take care of you with the professional care you'd expect, and they're extremely flexible with your schedule with late office hours, Monday through Thursday, along with hours of availability on Friday and Saturday. We've talked about light and we've talked about dark.
Yes.
It is weird being at the dentist in the dark. That is a
Yes.
strange thing because you're so used to it being like, oh, you got to be here during a certain time of the day. Like, we're not going to stay open late for you. We're not going to be here on those late weeknights. That's not the case at Alabama Dental Associates. They're there with you on your schedule. You'll love going to the best dental team in town. Reach out and try Alabama Dental Associates for yourself. They're accepting new patients now and can help you feel at ease about all your upcoming dental procedures. For more information or to make an appointment, call them 205 956 8977 or visit alabamadental.com where they look forward to seeing you. Okay, here's the way this works.
All right. Let's do
I got
it.
10 random questions. My two panelists have no idea what I'm going to ask.
Nope.
Absolutely zero idea, and we'll see what their honest
never
commentary
do.
is.
And you know what we like?
that's
We
true.
like when the chat also gives us their answers too.
Oh, yeah,
we
we love that.
honestly do. So let's go ahead and get into question number 1 here, and that is, I'm looking for nominations here.
Okay.
Which clown do you feel like is the creepiest? If you had to pick one clown to be the creepiest, which one would it be? Because there's a couple in the running, I feel like.
Fictional clowns.
Yeah, I guess they can be real clown. John Wayne Gacy?
That was exactly what I was thinking. He was a very, very creepy clown.
I think that is a completely fair answer, Tyler. John Wayne Gacy's a completely fair answer.
I think the shot of the clown in the sewer,
Pennywise.
I don't like it.
You don't like it.
I don't like it.
You don't like the thought of it, or you don't like
Both.
it, the
All
clown?
the above.
Okay, Pennywise is not your deal.
Pennywise. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see young EG dressed in Georgia gear with a little paper boat
Red
and
balloon.
it rolling down, and then all of a sudden she's like
Yeah.
lured in by a Georgia balloon.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it happening. Balloons always were,
Now,
curious about them.
it's funny you say Pennywise because we've had a lot of conversation about Terrifier 3 while we've been piecing together this studio again.
Yeah.
And I asked EG, this is a true conversation we've had. And I hope I'm not revealing too much.
No,
This
no.
may be EG's last appearance on the show.
Absolutely not.
I said, EG, what amount of money would it take for you to go see Terrifier 3? What amount of money would it take? And what was her answer? Was it
Oh my
three?
God! Did we get up to
I think it
10?
was $10
I think we
million.
got up to 10 million because she said she would
was
not do it for
3.
3. She would not do it for 5.
Yeah.
I said I'd pray about it at 10.
So you're not even convinced she would see it for $10 million.
And this is my reasoning. Call me crazy, call me whatever you want. My peace of mind is more important and is more valuable to me than that.
Okay.
So, I
Well,
would never sleep again.
I don't agree with that. I think you would sleep
I don't
again
think
because
I
you'd be
would.
sleeping on a pile of cash. Somebody make her an offer. This is great marketing. I
Yeah.
mean, the whole production took $2 million to make. I don't think they're going to offer EG
No.
$10 million to watch the movie once. Okay, but it's doing fantastic. that
Yeah,
day.
we can get more into that convo, next show.
We will. Question number 2. Which NFL team, EG, do you like the least?
The least? Ooh.
Which NFL team do you like the least?
Probably the
This is-
Saints.
Okay, I was going to say, this is also probably going to eliminate a potential career opportunity for you
Oh.
with whoever you name, and you just said
Love
the
the
Saints.
Saints.
Right.
Alvin Kamara is so cool.
You got kind
Wait.
of a Saints look
I
to
do.
you.
Is the Saints the one you named out
Falcons
of
fan.
all of them? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
The-
You want to return serve here, Tyler, and go with the Falcons? I mean, you're a Saints guy.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
am, but I was gonna say like either the Jaguars because
Jags.
that's an ugly uniform,
Yeah.
ugly logo, or the Chiefs because I'm just tired of it.
The Chiefs.
I'm just tired of it.
I'm kind of
I barely even watch, but I'm just tired of it.
so the Titans are not going to win the Super Bowl. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there.
Shocker.
Okay, that's not happening this year.
I am floored.
You're going to get a lot of draft picks. They got a lot of draft picks lined up, but they're not going to win the Super Bowl. So since I'm emotionally out of it with my favorite team, the Tennessee Titans, tighten up. It's anybody but the Chiefs for me. I just do not want to see the Chiefs
Yeah,
win.
I think we can all agree on that, no
Like-
matter what standpoint. you're from.
Anybody but the Chiefs.
Well, yeah.
And that would fulfill my wish there. All right, question number 3. Tyler, do you think you'd have fun spending a full day alone at the library? Do you think you could make that an enjoyable experience?
Yeah, I could. I just haven't really done a whole lot of reading lately.
When was the last time you walked into a library?
Ooh, probably high school.
Okay.
No, wait, actually college. But I never got a book from the library at Auburn. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. Like I only studied in the library. I never checked out a book.
And that's because you had to probably buy insanely expensive textbooks that fulfilled your course needs anyway.
That is correct.
College
and they
textbooks-
they give you a PDF file of the book now, so you can't even resell it.
So still the same cost,
Still the same cost.
but all digital.
Yeah.
It's such a scam, and it
Such a
keeps getting
scam.
scammier.
And here's the thing, you can't just like pirate the book because they want like the specific edition where they changed 3 words in each of the chapters or just renamed the chapter titles. There haven't been a whole lot of fines.
There's no way to game the system.
Yes, exactly. There's no
ridiculous.
way to game the system, and it's a dumb system anyway because it's not like they're making these leaps and bounds in every field every single year
Yeah,
to necessitate a new edition.
I'm with you on that. E.g., could you have fun spending an entire day alone at
Yes.
the library?
Oh yeah,
Really?
for sure.
Would
Yeah.
you? Would your goal be to knock out as much of one book as possible or read as many different things as possible?
I like to go to Barnes& and Noble. I actually did this on Friday. Go to Barnes& and Noble,
Yeah?
get a chai latte and a sugar cookie warmed up, and I'll just pick a display book.
Yeah.
So the one on Friday was about Henry V, and I read the first few chapters of it.
And
Then I decided if I'd buy it, and
let's be real here. There's about I bet about 6% of the time you actually buy the book that you start reading.
um,
That may be too
yeah.
high.
No, I have a stack of books actually. I'm gonna send y'all a picture underneath one of my tables, and I add a book every time I read it, and it's pretty high. So I do a lot of like paper reading.
I don't doubt that you read. I
Oh,
just don't know how many times you're actually buying the book at Barnes and Noble. You think it's higher than 6%?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But the Henry V, I mean, it was literally right next to the Starbucks location, so I just grabbed it and sat down to pop a squat. But with that being said, I could definitely enjoy a day at the library.
Okay.
Yeah,
I really enjoy the library when I go, but I always feel like I don't have enough time there to really achieve anything.
that's true.
And the library has been kind of made obsolete by the fact that there's so many different options now to consume content.
What do you try to achieve at the library?
Well, that's the thing is I want to feel like I've walked out achieving
Productive.
something.
Mhm.
And then I realize that it's a loser's game because there's nothing you can really truly achieve. I'm not there to do a term paper.
Right.
I mean, it's either you found the book or you didn't. I
Well,
think
that's
at
if
our age.
that's if you're going in for a
Yeah.
specific book,
Like if
right?
you're just going there to find some productivity in your day, you have to decide what you're gonna be working on.
Yeah, like if you're just planning on like
Okay.
killing a couple of hours there, like
Yeah,
what can you really get done within that hour span?
agreed.
I agree with you, Tyler. I am a disappointment in every way. Okay, we move on to this. What's the most overrated flavor of ice cream, e.g.?
Mint chocolate chip.
Very strongly. I don't think mint and chocolate go
No,
well
I don't
together.
they don't go together.
Yeah, they
and
don't go
and the
together.
people are like, "I love mint chocolate chip." Okay, do you like eating toothpaste and
Um,
washing down with a Hershey's bar?
what if that person went, "Yes, you called me. I do
I
like
mean,
eating
that's
toothpaste."
that's another Alabama Dental. Maybe
Yes,
they can give you some free samples.
yes. Alabama Dental will help you out there. Tyler, AG was very passionate about this subject. There's no way we can replicate it. What is your answer for most overrated flavor of ice cream?
While I do not like mint chocolate chip, I don't think mint and chocolate belong together ever at any point in time. The most overrated is just chocolate.
Hmm,
Hot take.
That is a very hot take.
yeah,
Just plain chocolate
Well,
is the most
just plain
overrated.
chocolate. Like, what are you going crazy
I
for?
don't
I would
love
rather have vanilla every
with
single day of the
sprinkles.
week.
Love
No,
sprinkles.
no sprinkles.
Extra
If it's
sprinkles.
good ice cream, it doesn't need
I like the
sprinkles.
texture of the
You know,
sprinkles.
mine may be a hotter take than both of y'all's.
Okay.
I think Rocky Road is overrated, and people really like Rocky Road.
All right,
What
with
does
Rocky
Rocky Road
Road,
consist
it's
of?
the chocolate with marshmallows.
Yeah,
I don't ever pick it.
people lose their mind over it.
I never really go for it.
I don't think it's that great. Okay, next, what's one thing you're very particular about, Tyler, when it comes to the Meltdown Studio? What's one aspect of this place that you're like very either defensive of or particular about, or it has to be this way, or oh my gosh, I gotta have this? What is it about this space that makes you feel that way?
Oh gosh, that's tough.
Because I think I know the answer. I think I know your answer.
You think you know my answer?
So
Yes, I think I know your
Okay,
answer
how
too.
about you guess both and we'll confirm or deny?
Okay.
yeah, what do you think my answer is?
That Sonic poster behind you.
Okay. So one answer I had thought of is the new Beetlejuice controller holder, which is just off camera. I really like that.
I'll try to get
But
it.
Oh
real
no.
answer is this limited edition Sonic 3 poster. You got Shadow the Hedgehog doing the bike slide from Akira, and he's voiced by Keanu Reeves. Tell me that isn't the coolest thing in the world. Also, some of them were signed by Keanu, but I was not lucky enough to get one of
I
those.
almost dropped this thing.
Oh, please don't. That's a whole
Yeah,
$10.
no, this is a Beetlejuice controller holder. I don't know how well you can see this thing, but um, this thing's pretty epic and came out at the perfect time of year because of Beetlejuice, obviously. And it just holds your controller like that right there. For those that are interested in this, where did you find this? You can tell it.
Oh, I found it at a TJ Maxx. They had
Hmm.
it for about $10.
Wow.
They have Beetlejuice, they have Harley Quinn, Venom. I want to say they had Ghost from Call of Duty, and I was
Okay.
thinking about picking that one up, but I don't know.
Well, there we go. There's a so I coached a soccer team. I've made that evident in my previous life. And the kids there, where we're all talking about Beetlejuice all the time. They were running around talking about
Really?
Beetlejuice. They were
Wow.
playing Beetlejuice on the playground. Like Beetlejuice was a thing that mattered to them. And I didn't think we'd live in that world where like 8-year-olds are talking about Beetlejuice constantly. And you know, during Halloween night, how many Beetlejuice costumes and themed costumes I
I
saw?
believe that.
Hmm.
It was insane, but I hadn't seen that. You know, it's obviously the new movie coming out has researched it, but it's hitting with younger people in a way where I think that tells you why Jenna Ortega was brought into the property.
Yep.
Because she
Absolutely.
was a wonderful person to bring in to sell it to an entire new generation of potential fans.
And you saw no love for Beetlejuice, no hype for Beetlejuice before this movie.
Correct. I mean,
Yeah.
you saw it in like specialty stores where there were like notebooks you could buy and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
now it's like next level with how many Beetlejuice fans there are. Okay, my question to you, EG, is what's one thing you're particular about when it comes to this Meltdown Studio? You want me to give my
Yeah,
guess?
yeah, yeah.
Cord management.
Yes.
Like you're very
Yes.
particular about we can't have cords just everywhere like we
No.
did before.
There needs to be a place for each cord, and I think that we've done a really good job with that this time around, and I'm very proud of the work that we put in to ensure that.
Well, I've been trying to take that very
Yes, and
seriously
you both have. I really appreciate that.
because I know that that is something that gets on your nerves.
I
And
had
last
a
time it was,
roll of tape, and I was, taping things to the wall, and
yeah.
my dream is for one cord to go underneath the carpet.
Tyler,
That
your
is a
job,
dream.
I'm going to ask EG another question. Your job is to sort of give me a rundown of the chat generally over sort of what we've talked about whenever you get a chance. I'm going to go to EG though for this question here.
Sounds good.
EG, you're going into a parking garage.
Okay.
What level of the parking garage is generally your favorite to try and park in? What spot? What sort of like do you like to be very top where you're seeing sky? Do you
Mhm.
like to be
Mhm.
at the bottom to where you don't have to worry about the
Getting out.
elevator stair situation? Or do you like being right there in like the third, fourth level?
Give me the scenario as to what parking deck I'm going into. Is this like a day-to-day, an apartment? Like,
No, this is like a sporting event
okay,
in a
okay,
downtown area that has a huge parking deck.
okay. Then I'm gonna go. I like a level 3 moment. I don't love a level 1 for those type of events. I like to be a little bit out of the fray, if you will. Always take the stairs. Well, I guess depends. If it's a well-lit stairwell, like open air, I take stairs. If it's like enclosed and scary, I take elevator. I feel like level 3 is also good because you can get out pretty quick.
I've always heard really bad things about parking deck stairwells.
Yes, in crime. It's one
However,
yeah,
I see very few reports of actual crime taking place
like
in those parking deck stairwells. But
interesting.
it's like this thing you constantly hear about when you're in the parking deck. Oh, you know,
Yes.
be careful of the stairwell.
Be
Now,
careful of
I do think I
stairwells.
think it was maybe Boston or Philadelphia. They put sensors in their parking deck stairwells and elevators, um, moisture sensors because people coming back from the bars.
Just
Would
deciding, you know what, I can't hold it any longer.
yeah,
Interesting.
and they decided, you know what, this is disgusting. We're cracking down on it. We're putting sensors in the stairwells and elevators.
It's one thing I'm happy about with Nashville, Tennessee,
Yeah,
is it's a place that requires a lot of bathrooms in order to be able
be
to
Oh yeah,
succeed in
functional.
its mission. And I feel like it does have a lot of
Good.
bathrooms. I feel like you
yeah.
can constantly find a bathroom around every corner. So that's my opinion there.
There's
I don't know
an
why we got into
adequate
that
amount.
conversation. How's the chat? What's sort of been their thoughts so far with Tim and Tim? Some of the questions.
Um, Jeff thinks that the Beetlejuice looks like it could be 3D printed. Um, Hunter says the most overrated flavor of ice cream is Moose Tracks.
Mm,
Um, and Russell likes to be close to the exit in a parking deck.
Mhm.
yes, close. I like to be close to the elevator,
Yeah.
really, and then I know it's much easier to find my car if I know how close I am to the elevator and what floor I'm on.
True.
Like finding your car on a parking deck can be a challenge
Oh
depending
yeah.
on,
Can be.
you know, what you've done in your previous few moments. Okay, Tyler, what level of the parking garage is generally your favorite to try and park in?
So I like to be close to the exit, but not to the point where I'm also close to the entrance side, if that makes any sense. Because you want to be able to pull out of your space really quick, but you don't want to have to wait on
Mm.
every Tom, Dick, and Harry coming in. So I usually go like second floor, close to the exit side.
Yep.
If it's like a split where one lane is entrance and one lane is exit, I'll go second floor,
I like that.
close to the stairs or the exit.
That's a good logistical move. We move on to this. Do you like candy corn, EG?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'm not a polarizing candy corn opinion holder.
We're in the heart of candy corn season. I mean, with a mixture of Halloween and Thanksgiving, even though, and
It's
we all know it,
Christmas.
Thanksgiving gets completely skipped over.
Yeah.
I'm already seeing Christmas trees up, Christmas decorations up.
Yeah.
You walk into any retail store and it's all Christmas now.
You walk downstairs in our building, it's all Christmas
I'm in
now.
support
Is
of
it
it.
really?
There's a Christmas tree. Oh, I wouldn't call it all Christmas,
I didn't see that.
I'm in support.
but there's one in the lobby.
Merry and bright.
I have to have time to say goodbye to Halloween season.
No, I don't.
And I feel like Thanksgiving is my mourning period, and it's been taken from me by you Christmas crazies that
Well-
have to have everything holly and jolly on November 1st.
Yeah. I'm not gonna deny it.
You can't. There is no denying it here. Do you like candy corn, Tyler?
Absolutely not. I think it's the worst candy that's ever been
Interesting.
invented. It's somehow worse than circus peanuts. I saw a recent Twitter poll lately that was ranking the worst Halloween candies.
It's about as official as other
Yeah.
polling, yes.
Oh well, this was massive. This had tens of thousands of votes. Candy corn actually lost to apples with razor blades.
Oh my gosh.
That's traumatic.
Candy corn's not that bad.
It's a bit hyperbolic, but that's how bad candy corn
Candy
is.
corn's not that bad.
Agreed.
Next question, Tyler, do you prefer carpet or hardwood flooring? Let's say you're getting your first house and you can walk in and everything about it's perfect. You look down at the floors. In order for it to stay perfect, does it have to be carpet or hardwood flooring? Let's say on the main level,
I'm
and you
going
can't
hardwood.
you can't do a split.
I'm
hardwood?
I'm going hardwood. Yeah. I'm a big dog person.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So like if you have carpet and you have a dog, then you just know
You have no
that you
sanity.
can't- Yeah,
Yeah.
you have no sanity. Exactly. So I'm going with hardwood.
All right. That's why they
Hardwood.
go with the hardwood floors there in the parking deck stairwells because they don't want to have to clean the carpet constantly. It's a really bad callback. Hardwood for you? Okay.
Hardwood.
Not my best question. Next, we move on to this. Name an interesting non-football coach, e.g.
Interesting non-football coach.
Who's a non-football coach that intrigues you? Someone that you find to be fascinating that does not coach the sport of football. Tyler, I think even like if you want to jump in here, and I know you're thinking as well, you could go with a fictional coach as well. If there's one that like pops out at you of like, Samuel L.
I
Jackson.
got mine. Kim Mulkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a fascinating answer.
Mm-hmm.
You'd like to do a sit down one-on-one?
Yes. Yes.
Any questions come to the top of your mind? I know I'm getting into your
Wheelhouse.
wheelhouse and your interview process
Yeah.
too.
I think with her, I love how her flair has not been lost in her coaching style. And in a way, it's old school, her mentality on things, but there's a lot of freshness to her approach as well. I think the juxtaposition is very intriguing to me, along with her fashion. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. I think it's a solid answer. Tyler, who's an interesting non-football coach?
I'm having trouble naming one, Tim.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Um.
Bruce Pearl?
Oh yeah. Uh,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
the
that
one.
one.
that is a person. Yeah, Bruce Pearl's interesting.
Bruce
Okay.
Pearl. You're going with Bruce Pearl. Okay.
I like that question.
We'll leave it there at that. Let's go with our final question. This is the 10th of 10 questions on 10 with Tim, and that is this.
Oh wait, Samuel's got the better answer. Yeah, I'm changing my answer to Gordon Bombay from the Mighty Ducks. That is such a good answer, Samuel.
So you have no shame in stealing the chat's
Wow.
answers for your own for 10 with Tim.
Not if it's Gordon Bombay. That is a good pull.
Yeah. I know they brought back a Mighty Ducks Disney Plus series of some sort, right?
They did.
Did you watch any of it?
No.
Let's
of course
just
not.
forget that happened and let's make a fourth one.
Yeah. Are we considering like what is it, D3? That last one?
D3 was the last cinematic.
What'd you think of that?
Mighty Ducks. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
To me, D2 is the best.
Oh, D2 was great. The Junior Goodwill games.
D2. Okay. Now we're really getting deep here. EG's like, this is the point I check out.
No.
No. It's okay. Quack. Anyway,
Quack.
Mighty Ducks D2. It is to me on the equivalent when it comes to a kids movie of being like Rocky 4. It is the Rocky 4 of kids sports movies. And D2 is so good. EG, you don't even have to watch D1.
Okay.
We'll sit down sometime and watch D2 And if you love America, which
I
I know
love
you
United
do,
States of America.
and we have an election this week, and I hope people keep their brains about them because it's going to be crazy
USA.
potentially. We'll be here hopefully tomorrow. Wouldn't it stink if we bring the show back the week the
Ugh,
country goes up in smoke? I hope that
crazy.
doesn't happen. Anyway, D2 will make you feel
I love
more American than anything else.
movies
Sure.
like that. I love music like that.
Oh.
So yeah, let's do it.
So good. Okay. Thank you for interrupting. Hey, anytime you want to interrupt me with the answer, Gordon Bombay, you do that. Here's the last question, though. You're going to the gym, okay? You got your earbuds in.
Okay.
You're ready to go.
Okay.
What is the one song that has to be on your workout playlist? It
Hmm.
can be new. It can be old. It can be overplayed. It can be something that nobody else knows.
Pull up a tune, or like let me
Doing
just
the same
see.
thing,
Let me
EG.
just see
Hold
what
up.
I've got on my playlist these days. You know, this would require me to walk into said place, which this is inspiring me to do so. Start of the month.
Let's be honest, what we've all been saying about you, EG. You could end up in the gym and it wouldn't hurt you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I know you've all been saying it behind my back.
We have.
Intervention. Let's go.
I'll tell you, after you watch D2, the next place you're going to movie is in a gym and then an ice skating rink.
Oh, you know what song is so fun?
No, EG, which one?
I love Right Above It featuring Drake. LSU actually
That's a good workout song.
yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
probably that one. Well, yeah, I'm going to go with it.
Okay. Give me yours, Tyler.
So I'll have a mix of different stuff when I go to the gym. Till I Collapse by Eminem. That's like just like number one hype song ever made.
Okay.
There's a Kanye and Jay-Z song. I'm not gonna say the name of it.
Oh,
That
yeah.
one's good too. And then also Rob Zombie, great workout music. Dragula, fantastic, more
Yeah.
human than human.
Anything Pitbull too.
My
Okay,
wife
that's
my
where I
wife is
go.
a big fan of Pitbull, so I
Yeah.
mean, I don't
Just like
know.
excited, like happy, like upbeat
I saw
music.
Pitbull. He performed. We went to a taping of the Tonight Show at Universal
Yes.
Orlando, and Pitbull was the music guest out in this
Love to see him.
outdoor area. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
He kept yelling area codes at us.
Oh, I love it.
It was wonderful.
It's
305.
Yeah.
I said 405. Oops.
I do wonder if there's any Pitbull ordinances within the 305 area code, which would be a story that would translate
Yeah.
somehow, some way.
I like Pitbull. I'm a big fan. I feel like he's very just, he's a reliable performer.
You also you came up in a time where Pitbull was
It's like
like
peak.
that was peak Pitbull for
Yeah.
sure. But very successful.
Oh wait, I'm gonna say one more thing.
Oh,
I
please.
Go
apologize.
for it.
Anything
it.
Timbaland. You guys know that's my favorite artist.
That is the artist you picked for the
Poker
Poker Club playlist
Yeah.
was Timbaland.
Timbaland.
And it's on
Good
there.
stuff.
So there we go.
Musical genius.
Let me tell you what I love as well. I love Culver's. I was driving home from Nashville
Yes.
yesterday, and I'm going down, every sort of interstate exit has sort of food options right there near the
Yeah,
exit.
a collection of them.
And I'm going through and I'm looking at, certain
Mm-hmm.
recognizable chains where you'd be like, no, not today. No, that's a bad
Not
option.
consistent.
If I'm ever having a bad day, I'll go there. No, that's going to make me feel awful on the drive home. And I went all the way down the strip and I was like, I guess I'm just going to have to settle. And I turn around and then and I hear the angels sing in my ear. I see this beautiful, it's like a
Blue sign?
mural. It's not, it was like
Really?
stone.
Wow.
It was like stone and it said Culver's across it. And it's like stone and silver lettering. And it was like finding hidden treasure, which I know anytime we play Meltdown Arcade, that's your favorite thing to do is to find some secrets.
I wish you had taken a picture of this.
I
throw it up.
I found the Culver's right there, headed back this way, and I pulled in there and it was awesome. I got two single butter burgers, which means that I need to get those
Delish.
gym recommendations again and go head
Yeah.
down there. But two single butter burgers, and they were made fresh to order. That's the thing
Yum.
about Culver's. Culver's has an interesting drive-through situation there. Because what happens is you order and they give you a little sticky note.
Yep.
And there's
They
people
put
who
it on your window.
here I guess they just thought people knew. And I did because I'm a Culver's expert. But I took the sticky note, put it on my little side mirror,
Uh-huh.
pulled into one of their spots. Like most of the time, You pull into some other random place and they ask you, hey, can you
Can
pull
you
up?
pull up?
Can you
Mhm.
pull up? And you feel like
Around,
they
please.
forget about you.
Yeah,
Yes.
Here, it's very intentional they ask
I
you to
like
pull
that.
up because you are then getting a fresh to order meal.
Yes.
And it is awesome the difference in something that makes maybe you're eating and you feel like it's set around all day and something that is really like being promised to be
Yeah.
made fresh. So I cannot recommend Culver's enough. It is fantastic. Tyler, we'd gone there while we were piecing everything back together. Here we went to Culver's and it felt cathartic to be back in the swing of things and going and celebrating at Culver's with some of that
Oh,
fresh custard as well.
it sure did. It sure did. Those malts, delicious onion rings, best you will ever have at
Mhm.
any restaurant ever. These are not those little flimsy, weak sauce onion rings
Yeah.
that fall apart and have the entire onion just come right out of the breading. No, 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 no. These, it's all together. It is an onion ring. You eat the whole ring, you eat half of the ring. You're not missing pieces.
That is correct. Tyler was putting it on his fingers. He was like, this is another way to enjoy a ring. And then he ate that. And I was like, careful, you're getting too close to the bone there.
Dipped it in some signature sauce first.
Check out Culver's of Birmingham.
Of course.
Check out Culver's of Hoover. They're both wonderful locations. Go see Joe, Allie, and Matt. They'll take good care of you, and they are friends here at the show, and we appreciate their support here in the Culver's studio. The Meltdown, it feels back, baby. We've got a couple
back.
videos already out there. We've got what we went through was our best horror movies of the year so far that we've seen. We've got a video out there of why Terrifier 3 destroyed Joker 2. Tyler, we may have to get into tomorrow on the live show just a little bit more about why Joker 2 was as disappointing as it was, because you know how hyped I was for it, and I walked away very, very sad.
Oh, we both were. We both were.
It is
We both were.
Joker 2 is an atrocity in almost every way. So we may have to get into that. We've got so much more, an abomination, so much more to get into. I want to thank everybody who's been in the chat with us: Samuel, Russell, Charles, Hunter, Mark, all you guys. So wonderful to have you back in the swing of things. We will have much more Meltdown content headed your way. I'm going to see Conclave here very soon. We'll have a review up at that. But we are cooking again
We
here in
are.
the Meltdown studio, and it's a thrill. As long as I hit the right buttons, I think we'll be good. Maybe every single day I should hit the wrong button because I feel like today was a lot of fun.
It was. It was good to be back in here chatting with you guys. I'm excited for what's to come.
Absolutely. We have a lot more to look forward to here on the Meltdown as we are presented by MyBookie, broadcasting live once again from the Culver studio.